My name's Kelly, and I was born in Lima, Peru, and I lived, I want to say, more than 16 years in Virginia. I'm currently back in Lima, Peru, where I've been living for 9 years. My decision to come back was because the factors in the US were just not positive. Like the outcome didn't seem like things were going to work out in a long time. And at that time, it was an economic crisis and no legislation to help. My mother landed me an internship at the Peruvian General Consulate, and that's really where the decision to come back started because I was legal again in this another bubble where I was all of my papers were in order because in the Peruvian General Consulate, it's like you're stepping into Peruvian soil. I was able to get hired, I was able to get paid, and I was able to feel free. Since I studied international relations in the consulate, I worked directly with the consuls, and they told me about in Peru how we have, a diplomatic academy similar to like the foreign service, and essentially just how Peru was doing economically and how they were looking for talented Peruvians who were going back because most Peruvians that got an education abroad didn't return. So it was a lot of like reasons to come to Peru. And I guess diplomats sold it very well. My first question was about housing, like where I would come to. And so I first had to speak to my grandparents, my maternal grandparents, who were in Lima. And, back then we used those calling cards. So I remember I spoke to my grandfather about it and he was so thrilled. So it was like, yeah, Kelly, you have a place, you have us here. And again, we'd love to have you. So if I had the green light from my grandfather, that was pretty much like the biggest, like I have a place to go to with people who like really love me. The second factor I think was understanding a little bit about the Peruvian economy. So I was, checking out The Economist, checking out local Peruvian magazines, newspapers just to see how we were. And apparently Peru was booming. And I guess the third decision was the family piece, my nuclear family and the conversation, which was a very difficult one. What was important about my conversation is that I wasn't asking permission. I was telling them that I had made this decision because, a life for me in the level I wanted it, um, access to the jobs I wanted, the job security, the income wasn't going to be possible on my own terms in the US, and that I wasn't going to keep waiting for a dream act to happen because I had waited for up till then about like 17 years. So my parents respected my decision. They understood as I did that going back didn't mean coming back at any short time. Like by then we knew it was about 10 years. So, I checked all those conversations. And I guess finally, when I did buy my ticket, I didn't feel remorse. I didn't feel what could happen. I had like such a good feeling that kind of carried me through. And that's how I boarded my plane, separated from my family, and buckled in.